What's up, everybody? My name is Vince. Welcome to the channel. And you have spoken as a community. You love when we do videos about effectively, efficiently cutting, sculpting, creating stuff out of sheet metal and metal studs and all kinds of stuff. But this has been one of the most requested videos in the comments over on social media. You've all been asking us to take a look at this tool, Accessory, this awesome tool, Accessory. And quite frankly, my artistic side, you can't wait to get it unboxed and put it to use. It's coming right up after this word from our sponsor. So what we have is the Rex Betty. This is a double-headed cutter. It's product number REX028. Use with electric pneumatic drill. Smoothly cuts general steel or other materials into any shapes. It has a handle that you would screw over the head you're not going to use. Rotation speeds 1,500 to 3,000 RPMs. Steel plate, okay, it says 1.8 millimeters to 1.5 millimeters. Stainless plate, 1.2 millimeters to 0.8 millimeters. Copper aluminum plate, 2 millimeters. Fiberglass or plastic, 2 millimeters. It's patented I don't know, it's got a long patent number. I don't know what to tell you. I did order this on Amazon. It says it's for use with a maximum of 14 gauge steel, but it says selective double cutting heads, cut in any direction, any angle desired. Minimum cutting radius is 12 millimeters. We got that, no distortion or sparks. Let's get it unboxed. You know, I was gonna go over what's included, but why? You know, on the back of the, why go over what's included on the back of the box when I could just open the box, right, people? Look at it. It is a pretty cool box. It's a metal box. It comes with a step drill bit. This way, I guess, you can start your work in the center of the sheet if you wanted. I will say this, just from looking at it, it looks well made. So we got a whole bunch of instructions. This is their instruction book. It looks good. I'm gonna wing this. So it looks as though they've included a step bit, pretty cool. This is their straight and round cutting accessories. So I guess from what I'm seeing, would be used as a guide, circle guide. So inside the package we have what's pretty cool, included wrench. So it's saying it comes with a replacement rod and a replacement rod holder. They're calling this head a rod holder. Here's the entire tool. You know, I thought maybe there was two different types of cutters. That's why there was two ends. But literally, it just looks like it's double-sided. Here's the replacement rod. I gotta tell you, I like that they give you a whole bunch of spare parts. I believe this was only like 30 bucks on Amazon. And I'm just winging this here with you guys. You've requested this, and I mean, I don't do a ton of metal work personally, unless it's metal studs. But I don't do like ornamental metal work or even HVAC work personally that much. So I've not really used a lot of stuff like this. I feel like I wanted to use something a little bit more compact. So when I saw the blue, I immediately thought, hey, Makita. But then as I went to get the 12-volt Makitas, Nick's like, no, use the compact. Now, I will say this. It is made for a quarter inch hex collet. It looks though as though you you know, it would lock in a quick attach collet like on an impact driver, but it doesn't say to use with an impact driver, so we're going to use it with a drill driver. It says 3,000 RPMs. I like the only way to get to 3,000 RPMs would be to put this in an impact. Like I feel like only impact drivers operate at that crazy high speed. You seeing that? Totally, like, changed my mind on how I thought a nibbler would work. I will assume that you want to use proper iPro. It also says don't start the tool without starting the drill, or something to that nature. I just want to see about maybe running a couple of straight lines with it. I will say this, it cuts a nice straight line, okay? Especially if I had it marked, it would have cut a nice straight line. I will say this as well, you know, for straight cut, it would probably be much easier to use a shear, but I wanted to see how well it cut. We could also maybe throw this in an impact driver, see if it will do the work any quicker. It does make these little, look at them, these little, it's funny because I really didn't know exactly how it works, but I don't know if we can get in there. Okay, it has like the big end of the rod here and a skinny end of the rod. And what it does is, as the metal's fed in, that fat end of the rod pulls the sheet metal up into the hole, the cutter head, and it creates these little half circles. See those half moons or crescent moons, whatever you want to call them? And that's how it cuts it off. Now, what you would really want one of these for is if you were going to do intricate, maybe metal work. Wow, like if you wanted to cut a tight circle. I was trying to do a better front foot, but, you know, on our Tyrannosaurus Rex, of course I freehanded that, you know what I mean? But you could use this for projects in metal, sheet metal, signage, pretty cool. Or you could use it, I don't know, maybe you can use this to, I mean, it cuts up to 14 gauge steel. Maybe you can use this to cut openings in sheet, you know, sheet goods, duct work, put collars on. I don't know, but it's pretty interesting. I will say it's not very rapid. I want to see about if we pop it in an impact driver, does that make it any better? And y'all know me, when I say better, I mean, you know, faster. So we're going to pop it into our Milwaukee Fuel Gen 3 and see if it cuts any quicker, better, if it makes any sense. Maybe it doesn't make any sense. Look at it. We got a making of the, what's the big dinosaur? What's the big one? Brontosaurus? Is that right? A megalosaurus? I don't know. Or look at that. It could be like a mask. It would be all kinds of stuff. Leave it down in the comment section below. I think it's Brontosaurus. This is what I wanted to see. How tight of a cut. Look at that. So we passed in this way, and then we passed in that way. Look how delicate that is. It does a pretty good job with that. I will say this. Maybe we could use a stencil, and it looks as though you could use a stencil, maybe tape this down, okay, and then what you could do is cut out the letters with a utility knife to kind of scribe the stencil on the sheet metal, and then cut it out with the Rexy bit. Is that how you cut out your ornamental sheet metal work? Is that right? Ornamental sheet metal work? Your ornamental metal work? How do you use your Rexy bit? Have you tried your Rexy bit? Do you use a different brand of this? Do you like it better, even though you haven't used this one? But is there something you can see from the video that you think you'd like your brand better than this brand? We want some feedback. Also, do you want us to do some projects instead of just an unboxing and overview video? Do you want to see us make some signage out of this thing, with this? Or do you have a better project? Leave it down below, because we want to know. Looks as though it would go on here, and you put your lock nut on. I will say this, it does have some graduations on here. I find it very odd the way it locks in though. No, the points are like pretty much 90 degrees. Maybe it doesn't matter. And then you would screw this down with an Allen wrench that's not included. And then you'd use this as a circle guide. Oh, you know what? It does come with. I was wrong. I went to go get my favorite Allen key set, and it actually has one. It's the wrench. So it has the wrench to change out your, it looks like it has the wrench to change. Maybe I spoke too soon. I was going to say it has the wrench to change out the die, or the rod guide, whatever you want to call it, but it does not. Okay, and it does not have the wrench to tighten down this lock nut, but it does have the Allen key. Pretty cool. So that is included. Look at it. Just look at it. Now, what you'd probably want to do is take that step bit, drill a little hole here. Not loving that step bit, but hey, it got us a hole. Okay, well, we're going to put our circle cutter back on. I will say this. Until you get used to it, the two-handed operation, it's a little awkward. I will say something else. The impact driver seems to make a lot more vibration than just a drill driver. Look at it. It's the sun coming up over the horizon, or it's the sun coming down below the horizon. I think this is pretty cool and useful. Let us know if you think it's useful. With that, I want to say I appreciate each and every one of you being here. Thanks a lot, everybody. We'll see you all on the next one. Cool little tool. This is the deal. Some people might not even know this thing exists. And that's why we do these videos. Video's over, but I know you want more. So this is how you're going to get it. First thing you need to do is pretend you're this guy. And you're here at the birthplace of freedom. Now ring that bell like it's 1776 and let all notifications through. What? You're not subscribed yet? Well, smash this button here. After that, watch this video here, and maybe over here. See you later.